Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Still Sassy. Today, we've got a lovely bit of joy for you in Helen Perry, who's joined us to talk about her favourite products of the moment. And that could be skincare, hair care, gadgets, makeup, whatever Helen decided to bring is what we'll talk about here today. So, thanks for joining us, Helen. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you. It's nice to be described as a bit of joy. I'll take that.
Joy on
Thank
an
you.
autumn morning. You're welcome. So, Helen, we've never met before, so this is a first. But I've been following you online for quite some time. I know you help business owners with their marketing and keep them on the straight and narrow and stop them from burning out with the overwhelm that you can get when you're running a business. But what intrigued me is one of the emails that you sent talked about how I think you discovered a link to an article that said people got to be about 47 when they started to feel a little bit older. So I thought that was interesting in itself, and we could perhaps chat about that article. But also, you read a book called, if I'm right, I Feel Bad About My Neck, which sort of, oh, there it is. In fact, I have bought it. I'm going to read it. I thought it sounded really interesting. And it seemed to be reading that book and seeing that link that set you off talking about that topic on your e-newsletter. And that's when I thought, I need to reach out to Helen and get her to chat a bit more with us online. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that? What did seeing those things do for you?
Yeah, so this email that you're talking about, Julie, went out on my 47th birthday. And a few years before that, I can't remember what age I was, but I saw this piece of research from America that said that 47 was the age when people typically started feeling or looking old. And ever since I read it, I've been thinking, God, okay, 47, that's going to be the moment when I officially can't get away from it anymore. I am going to look old, whatever that means, or start to look old. And then, so 47 in my mind had always been a bit of a silly milestone. I didn't take it too seriously, but I kind of knew that it was coming. And then in the summer on holiday, I read this book of essays by Nora Ephron, she's a screenwriter. She wrote When Harry Met Sally. And it's called I Feel Bad About My Neck. And one of the essays is just all about your neck. And I must admit that has been the hardest part of aging for me thus far, has been the change to my neck elasticity and this kind of loose skin. I don't know when I started noticing it, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer. And I really do feel bad about it. And I don't feel bad about many things in my life or my body, but I thought if Nora Ephron, who's a clever, intelligent woman, can talk about this stuff, then I can talk about it and how I feel about it too, which is why I wrote the email the way I did.
Well, it was a good email and it definitely piqued my interest. It's a lot of women feel this is the first bit that they feel awkward about.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's so visible, and there's really so, apart from surgical intervention, there's really so little you can do about it apart from live with it and stick a polo neck on. That's it.
Stick put in a tight ponytail, pull it back a little bit. Yeah, I get that. So, I mean, there are obviously products and things you can get for your neck, but whether they work or not is a whole different conversation to have, isn't it? Who knows?
I don't think they do, really. I think there's a lot. I think there's maybe non-surgical interventions that you can have that may work, but I don't think there's any cream you can put on your neck that is going to change this change.
No. And do you, when you put skincare on, do you go down your neck anyway? Or
I always have. In fact, that was something my grandmother told me. I think when I was 30, she lived to a very old age, my grandmother, and she always used number 7 products. That's what she believed in. And I think when I was 30, she gave me some number 7 moisturiser and was like, you've got to start looking after your skin. And when she gave it to me, she said, don't forget your neck. Always do your neck. So I always have, and here. But we age. There's nothing, you can't stop it from happening. You can perhaps, you can still look well, you can still look great, but your body is going to change. And it's just having to come to terms with that sometimes can be hard.
absolutely, yeah, which is what we talk about a lot, how people start to feel as they age slightly or not so slightly, depending on where they are in their journey. But yeah, neck is tricky. And eyes as well. A lot of people I speak to is eyes. So eyes and neck are two things that really show the age.
And I think we tend to fixate probably on certain things about ourselves that we have, you know, that we don't love, because eyes don't bother me, but neck really bothers me. And, you know, it's different for all of us. And we make far more out of this than anybody else who looks at us, you know.
Yeah, nobody else really notices, do we? But we fixate on all these things. So you talked about your grandma and little bits of advice she gave you. Has it been a long-term thing then, your skincare makeup journey, or you relatively?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to misrepresent myself as some kind of skincare expert, but I've always relatively have a very simple like skincare routine, super simple. And I'm very low maintenance with makeup. I've stopped wearing eye makeup like during the day entirely. So I have, what I would say now is I have a really fixed routine. And it is important for me to say this, Julie, also for the last 5 or 6 years, I've been having really decent facials. And I now have like micro needling facials. And I have also on 3 occasions had Botox. I'm not sure whether I really rate Botox as I'm not sure if I've really noticed the effects that much when I've had it, because I've had it done very lightly. But one of my massive bugbears is seeing celebrities and people with a high profile talk about a magic cream when they've quite clearly used more than just a magic cream. So I wanted to be like open about things that I might have done to my skin as well. I do have facials as well as my like day-to-day, and I'm not opposed to Botox, although like I said, I'm not convinced it makes that much difference, to be honest with you.
No, I'm not opposed to Botox either. I think whatever gets you through it is what you need to do, whatever you believe in. Some people seem to have good results, others don't. And some get, you know, if they have it in the temples, for instance, it drops the brows and it ends up looking worse sometimes. So you've just got to play around with what's right for you. Loving the idea.
Yeah, I would say I have heard like younger women talk about using it preventatively, and I think there's quite a body of evidence that it doesn't really do. You can't prevent aging. Like you can't, if you are lucky enough to get older, your skin is going to start looking older, and putting Botox in it when you're in your 20s, I don't think it's going to make any difference to how you look in your 40s. I've got to be honest, but and there's quite a lot of evidence to suggest now that that is the case. But a bit of Botox, if you fancy it, that's fine.
Micro needling, that's definitely good for the face.
That's what I've been having more recently with my facials, and I must say I have really noticed it. And I had a maybe 2 weeks ago, I had my last facial, and people have commented since then like, your skin looks great. And I can definitely see a difference. It doesn't change my face, it doesn't really lift anything up, or definitely doesn't really do anything to stop my neck sagging a bit, but it makes me look brighter, I think, and more alive. And I think as we get older, that's what we should be aiming for. Trying to look younger is impossible, but trying to look well and trying to look happy and trying to look vibrant, I think that can be achieved at any age.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. And I think that's what a lot of people are trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right then. So do you want to talk us through the products that you've been using? Are these the products that you swear by, use every day?
Yeah, for sure. When you asked me, I've been quite thrilled about this, because I was like, right, what it's like, I've got loads of things in my bathroom, but I thought, what would I really truly say that I use super regularly, and what I would recommend? Although it's very hard to recommend skincare. I don't know what you think, because it really is so personal what's going to work for in your routine or for your skin. But for what it's worth, I will perhaps start with, should I start with moisturiser?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so my like skincare routine day to day is very basic. It's like have a shower, wash my face, put some moisturiser on, put some SPF on, and that's it most days. I'll cleanse if I need to cleanse. I just wash my face with soap in the shower. And then I put this on afterwards. Now, my skin doesn't really look dry in appearance, but it drinks moisturizer. Like this is really heavy. I think it would only suit people who have skin that can really take a thick moisturizer. It's a Dermalogical Super Rich Repair, if you can see that.
Yeah, nice.
And it's the nicest I use it year round. It's the nicest moisturizer I have ever found, or I suppose for my skin in the past few years, it's the nicest moisturizer I've ever found. And then I put some SPF on afterwards. I got this through Erica, who does my facials. She recommended it. But there seems to be no moisturizer that my skin won't absorb. It will take so that really is for people who have dry absorbent skin. I don't think absorbent skin is an official term, but yeah, it's really thick. I love it.
Well, your skin looks amazing. So because you're not using serums or anything, it's just moisturize, SPF. Great.
I just don't have the time. I don't know. It's not time, is it? It's the inclination. I'm not somebody who, I do sometimes exfoliate if I've got a little bit of dryness or something like that. I might exfoliate, but generally speaking, day to day, I just cleanse and moisturize. If I was going somewhere smart and I was going to put a full face of makeup on, I might put Clarins Beauty Flash Balm underneath that.
Yeah,
that doesn't really count as a serum though, does it? That's more about
it's more sort of a makeup ish. It's a bit of a hybrid
primer.
Primer.
I don't know. That is my number one moisturizer, especially recommended for people who have dry skin.
Great, thank you. And do you use SPF every day all year round?
I'm trying to. I know that's what they say you should do, and I have one that sits by the sink, an SPF 50. I can't remember what make it is now off the top of my head. I'm not particularly loyal to my SPF. I just have one that goes on underneath makeup. I really am trying to do it every single day, all year round, and I probably should have started that years ago, but it's probably only been in the last year, 18 months that I've been doing that.
That's not unusual. I think a lot of people who boil themselves in the sun earlier suddenly realizing
I know it's all a bit too late, isn't it? You know, if you, I mean, that would be the one thing. If you started doing that in your 20s, you probably really would see that you didn't have the skin damage that other people have when you hit 40, 50, 60. If you're applying that every single day. Do you?
I do now, like you. It's probably been a little bit longer for me, but yeah, you know, when I was in my 20s and 30s, I used to get out in the sun. I used to ride horses all day out in the sun and things. Didn't even think about it. It was just like, oh, get a lovely tan. And then suddenly you learn and think, oh, yeah. Like you say, it's a little bit too late, but it's never too late either, is it really? It's too late. But
no, definitely start for sure.
And I've definitely got spots because of that, you know, little brown spots.
Yeah, skin. Yeah, I've got, definitely moles and sun damage. And you just, even if you live in the UK, my parents are from Northern Ireland, and my dad had sun damage from playing golf, you know, weekend in, weekend out, you know, and he had, you know, precancerous sun damage in his 70s. So wherever you live, whatever the weather, if you're outdoors, wear SPF.
Get it on.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Number two,
should we do body moisturizer then? That's what we've done face.
Yeah.
This is a lovely product. It is Balance Me, which is a kind of homegrown UK female-owned brand. Balance Me Super Firming Body Oil, and I've been using this for 2 or 3 years now. It's just the most lovely body moisturizer. I don't use any cream or anything anymore. I just use this oil, put it on every morning. So this is what I use on my neck and chest and sort of upper arms, legs, anywhere at all. It's got a lovely sort of aromatherapy. I wonder what's in the smell of it. I don't know what the smell is, but it's all natural, good stuff. And I buy it in bulk now so that I don't run out, because I use like handfuls of it. Really, really nice product, and I think that would suit all skin types.
Is that all over your body? It's complete body?
Yeah, you can put it everywhere. I don't think it's not for your face, but
no,
it's fantastic. It's lovely, and it doesn't really firm anything, I would say. It's called Super Firming, but it's just lovely. It's a really nice moisturizer. I love it.
I've not tried it, so I might have to have a look at that. I will be listing all these products, by the way, at the bottom in the comment description section, so people can have a look for themselves with a link.
Cool.
That sounds. I do love an oil, I have to say. I use various body products, but oils are glorious. Not only do they do the job, they make you feel great with the smells and things.
They do, and they seem to. It's less. I don't know, less cluggy going on. And I think it probably goes a little bit further than a cream. I've tried oils for my face as well, but not found one that I really fell in love with. But that one, I stick with that. I'm loyal to it.
Great. That sounds lovely. I'll have to have a look at that. I've not had any Balance Me stuff at all. So yeah, I'll definitely take it.
Haven't you? Okay, there's good brand. Nice.
All right. Number 3.
Okay. So more foundation. This is a Charlotte Tilbury, and I don't use this particular one religiously, but I always now use Charlotte Tilbury foundations. I think they're really nice. They don't clog on your skin. They give great coverage. This one lasts all day in terms of coverage, and this is a beautiful skin foundation that I wear. There we go. If you can see, it's a really, really nice one. This is quite thick coverage, I would say. They have what's it called? Wonder. I really like, almost if you prefer something that's more like a tinted moisturiser, that I've also used that one. But at the moment, this Light Wonder. Yeah. Light Wonder, that's it. Light Wonder I've used. But this one, if you want slightly thicker coverage, is thicker without in any way being like horrid on the skin. I really, really like it. And I keep meaning to get into more Charlotte Tilbury products. Maybe go and have a consultation or something, because I like this one so much. But this is the one that I'm using at the moment, and I would really highly recommend all of her foundation type base products. Do you use any of them?
I do like Charlotte Tilbury, quite a lot. I've used the Light Wonder. I've got various lipsticks, some blushers, a bronzer. I think, I do rate Charlotte Tilbury. It's a love or hate, I think, for a lot of people.
Oh, really? Some people don't like it.
No, but I love it, and I think the more we hear of people using it like you, then the more interested people will become. But I absolutely love it. I do.
Yeah, that's the nicest foundation I've always had. I don't know whether it's because maybe when I was younger I had an oilier T-zone, but I've often suffered a bit from kind of moisturiser becoming horrible on my chin or around there, whereas this one just sits really nicely on the skin.
It goes well with your drier skin. It's all right for that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I have tried that one. I think it's just like a medium coverage, isn't it? But it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't feel heavy.
I wouldn't want anything. God, is that would they call that medium coverage? I wouldn't want anything any heavier than that personally. And I think that possibly is truer as you get older and you've got maybe more lines on your face. It's just more places for the makeup to sit, isn't it? Yeah. I wouldn't use anything any heavier than that, I don't think. But it gives a really good even tone.
Is it quite glowy, that one?
Yeah, I think so. I don't wear a lot of powder. I might put a little bit of powder on my nose and chin, but I tend to just leave it at that, and then my blusher or whatever.
Lovely. Always nice to see a bit of Charlotte tea in the list.
Yeah. Okay, so if I put my foundation on, my one thing that I wouldn't leave the house without wearing, I would rather have no foundation and just have blusher. If I had to choose one thing, it would be my Desert Island product. When I put my blusher on, I just feel like a different person, and when I don't have it on, I feel like I look grey. It really, for me, it makes a difference. In my mind, it makes a real difference. And I tend to, although having said that, I'm not particularly loyal to any type of foundation. This one is oh my days, I can't even read what it is. Oh, now I'm going to need your help to pronounce it.
Chantecaille.
Pardon?
Is it Chantecaille?
Is that how you pronounce it? Chantecaille. Chantecaille. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, very nice.
That's good, because I've got another one of their products coming up. This is they stock it at Space NK, and I think that's where I got it. So this is a Chantecaille. All of my blushes are very pink in tone. Like I'll use a very pink one, which I think is slightly different from your skin tone. So wherever I would go ever, I would always have that with me, a pinky blusher. I've got I've got some cream ones. But I normally wear powder ones every day, but that is my desert island product blusher.
It looks very nice. Is that what you've got on today?
Yes, it is, because that was the one that was sitting by my sink when I went to gather everything up to come and talk to you. Chantecaille. I've learned something. I've learned how to pronounce the name of my products. Thank you.
It's a lovely brand, Chantecaille, I have to say.
Yeah, it is. I've got some of their like lip glosses, glossy lipstick type things. Absolutely lovely.
It's good that you've identified your desert island product. For a lot of people, me included, it's mascara, I think.
Oh, you see, I haven't got any mascara. I thought, because I was coming to talk to you, I thought, should I put some eye makeup on? But I find it just clogs under my eyes by the end of the day. I hate taking it off in the evening, and it doesn't make me feel, maybe partly wearing glasses as well, so I have a frame around my eyes anyway. But the thing that makes me feel totally different when I put it on is blusher, not mascara.
Have you got hundreds of blushes then?
I've got quite a few.
Collector.
Yeah, just because you never want to be too far away from one of them. Like, I'll put different things in different handbags and then I can't find them. Like, it's the same with lipsticks. I'll be like, where's that lipstick? And then about a year later, it'll come out of a handbag that I haven't used for ages. Oh, there it is. So you have to have a few, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. It definitely makes a difference, splashing a bit of blush on.
But I do, if you want a mascara recommendation, I have recently been buying the Yves Saint Laurent mascara. I think that's really nice.
Okay, I've not tried that.
No, it's great. Which one do you use?
I've got Urban Decay on today.
Oh, okay. I don't think I have any Urban Decay products. Do you like them?
Yeah, I do, and I definitely like this. This is my go-to mascara at the moment. You know, you have things, don't you, that you stick with for a bit and then you move on again. I do like Charlotte Tilbury as well, but some people struggle with it, sort of dropping, you know, and causing panda eyes. I don't get that with Charlotte Tilbury, but some do. But I like hers as well. But yeah,
I think I get that. I think I get that with all mascara, and I think it's probably partly an eye shape thing. Maybe I don't know what it. Maybe I touch my eyes. I don't know what it is, but I always feel like it's slightly under my eyes, but when I spot it, I'm like, oh no, that looks really grotty, and you know. So I just prefer normally now during the day to not wear eye makeup. Really,
not bother. Right. A lot of people have the same problem. It's just, mascara is, well, it can be easy and it can be not so easy depending on how you put it on and what you use and things. But yeah, I do like a bit of mascara.
Yeah. And I do. And if I'm going out somewhere, I always wear mascara, but not when I'm at home or at work.
Next, it's exciting.
Okay, so this is the next two products, actually. Can I do them in one go, because they're both eyebrow related?
Okay, yeah.
So one of the other things, apart from my neck, that I don't like about getting older is the fact that my eyebrows are disappearing and I have to paint them on every morning. And again, it's another thing that makes a real difference to how I feel if my eyebrows are defined. So at the moment, I am using how are we pronouncing it? Chantecaille eyebrow pencil thingy, one of those things. And actually, I think I've had this about a year, in oak brown. It's a crayon, waterproof crayon. This is lasting really well, especially considering I use it at least once a day. Sometimes I'll top it up at some point during the day. So I draw some definition on with that wherever I'm going, even if I'm just on my own in the house. And then this is a really nice product. I have found over the years that loads of things that people recommend to keep your eyebrows in check don't really work. Mm-hmm. Like they'll say use see-through mascara, or there's a lot of products you can buy from nearly every single makeup stand will have some kind of eyebrow taming product that I find aren't very good generally. And then I got put onto, I think it's called West Barn Company. So it's a soap, an eyebrow soap. Have you seen it before?
I don't think I've seen that make. I've heard of soap brow, or brow soap, but not that make.
Yeah. This is an extra strong hold brow soap, and you use a little kind of mascara type brush, wet it and put it on, and it does keep your eyebrows in line. It can be a little bit, sometimes you can get a bit of excess soap on there, and that's obviously not very good look, but that does tame eyebrows, where a lot of things you'll put them on and your eyebrows look great, and then you stand in front of the mirror an hour later and they've kind of drooped back down again. This is good stuff. I recommend it.
Is that Chantecaille pencil, a push-up pen type?
Correct. Yeah, like a wind-up thing. I'm trying to. Why is the writing so small on these things? So it's a waterproof brow definer crayon.
Okay.
The one I use is oak brown. Yeah, you just wind it up.
Sounds like it's easy to use as well.
Yeah, it is. A good tip I saw from Sally Hughes around eyebrow makeup, the Guardian's beauty columnist, is she says that you should start putting the eyebrow makeup on halfway down your eyebrow rather than starting right at that bit. So you sort of take the strongest bit of colour off around the middle of the brow, and that just gives a more natural way of doing it. So I always copy what Sally Hughes says, and that's how I do my eyebrows.
Yeah, she's good, Sally. She's got a lot of good advice.
Yes, but I trust her.
It's completely aside from your products, but I volunteer for Beauty Banks, which is one of Sally Hughes' endeavours. So yeah,
it's brilliant. They're doing brilliant work, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So they're based in Brighton. She's based in Brighton, and that's where their main hub is. So yeah, when I moved here, I started volunteering, and it's great.
Oh, nice. That's excellent. Yeah, I really enjoy her little videos. Like I said, I'm not the world's greatest makeup person. Like, you've got beautiful eye makeup on, and I get really bored really easily doing eye makeup, but I do want to look nice on a day-to-day basis. So there's just a few things I do, and if I can pick up a little tip here and there, then I've never really mastered the art of great eyeliner or anything like that.
Yeah, eyeliner can be dodgy. Can go either way, I think. So people do get scared of it, don't they? But there are techniques like anything. But yeah, it's something that a lot of people steer clear of. All right then. Do you have another?
Yeah, it's really boring.
I doubt it. Hairspray.
Elnett hairspray. You can buy all kinds of hairsprays, and this is just, in my opinion, the simple best hairspray that you can get. I'm a child of the 1980s, and I wear my hair back a lot, and I think it gets harder as you get older. I get to, like, I suppose, do messy styles. Like, you know, when you're younger, you can have your hair can be a bit of a mess and you just kind of look carefree. I think that gets harder and harder to get away with as you get a little bit older. So I do try and keep my hair in line and looking, I don't know, tidy-ish. I go through quite a lot of hairspray.
Is your hair naturally straight like it is now? Or?
Oh, dead straight. And also getting thinner and thinner, which is another downside of getting older. I went to Philip Kingsley, the trichologist. So I am using some stuff on my hair now to try and maintain a bit more thickness. But they explained that actually women in midlife lose hair on top of their heads in just the same way men do. So your hair will thin, although we don't tend to get bald patches or receding hairlines, our hair does thin with age. I thought it was maybe a hormonal thing, but it's not. It's actually the follicles. So it's perfectly normal, but it's another slight downside. I know lots of women get into their 50s and start having sort of hair extensions and things like that, and I don't do anything like that. But yeah, it's a shame.
It is, but your hair looks amazing. Have you got a hairspray on now?
Yeah,
because it's really shiny. Because a lot of hairsprays, when you put them on, they just dull your hair, don't they? And
do you think?
Some do, yeah.
Okay,
that hasn't.
No, not this one. I would say just the Blue Label Stronghold. It's a very reliable, good product, and it's not expensive. And also, so what's expensive here and what's not? Not expensive, not expensive. Not expensive.
Okay.
I don't think cost equals effectiveness. That's expensive. I think that's 80 quid. It lasts a fairly long time. And then, I don't know, makeup's makeup. is, I suppose it's towards the higher end of the market, I guess.
Yeah, they are.
Those two brands, but
very well worth it, I think.
Well, when you find something that does work, then it is totally well worth it, because you can buy 10 things and none of them work as well as the one thing that is worth. And also that one lasts for months, I would say. But yeah, I don't spend I wouldn't say I spend a lot on products. I think most of mine are fairly middle market.
But things, I mean, like with the moisturiser you're using there, you're not using anything else, are you? Whereas a lot of people use serums as well, and so that whereas you've got a top end moisturiser, and that's doing it for you, so you don't need anything else.
Yeah. Do you use several layers of things on your skin then?
I do, yeah. But I just love skincare anyway. It's a mindfulness thing. You know, I really enjoy doing it. I enjoy choosing my products. I enjoy putting it on. I take my time if I can, unless I'm rushing out somewhere. So yeah, I get a few layers going on. I usually vitamin C, niacinamide, maybe hyaluronic acid, then maybe another serum, and then moisturiser, and then SPF. Not all the time.
If you enjoy the ritual of it.
Yeah, I do. It is. And I haven't always been like that. You know, a few years ago, it wouldn't have been quite like that. But yeah, I really love my skincare, and that's because I struggle a little bit to switch off, and I find that skincare helps with that. So I just make sure I take my time with it and use it as more than just good for my skin. It's good for my mind as well.
Yeah, and I think especially for before bedtime, it can be quite a nice sort of transitional moment when you're like, I'm going from day into the evening, or whenever you take your makeup off. But I find it quite hard, because I don't love standing at the sink and doing all the faffing about. I find it quite hard to incorporate things into my daily routine. I find I am much more likely to do something in the morning regularly, like put the SPF on. I've got that habit is now there. I do it every morning. If I had to do it before bed, I would find it really hard to build that habit. That's why, you know, I've got some retinol upstairs, and I use it once in a blue moon, because you have to use that before you go to sleep. So yeah. I just don't. Doesn't suit my nature.
Do you put anything on at night? Did you say you use your moisturiser?
It would just be moisture. Well, I would cleanse. I might exfoliate, and then I would just put moisturiser on.
Okay, well, it's working. But yeah, retinol is good, obviously, but you've got to use it regularly. Great, Helen, that's been an absolute pleasure. You've got some lovely products there. Certainly some to look out for. We'll list them all down below, so anybody who's interested in finding out more can get the links from there. And I will link your business too, in case anybody wants to have a look at what you do, helping business owners with their marketing. And you do.
Thank you for inviting me.
That's all right. I've enjoyed it a lot, and good luck with the rest of your skincare journey as it goes on.
Yeah, it'll be different in another few years, I'm sure. Thank you so much.
You'll have to come back.
Yes, I will. It's really fun to talk about. Thank you.
Thanks, Helen.